Hello, geeks and gamers, and welcome to another D&D session. I'm Anthony M, the DM, and as you can see, my camera still doesn't work because I keep forgetting when I'm not doing a stream to check on what's wrong with it.
Have you tried trying to get off then on again?
I don't know what's wrong. It's probably come loose or something. Like the cable's probably come out of the back or something.
In all fairness, how can we believe you are the DM? We can't see your face.
You don't need my face. Besides, we're doing these. We're currently doing these streams in aid of the charity Mind, which helps people with mental health problems to get the guidance and help they need. So there is a link in the description if you want to help us reach our fundraising goals with that, or of course, as usual, if you'd like to join the Discord or support the channel by becoming an emotional support goblin. But with that out of the way, would the players each like to introduce their character?
I offer Northus tribute.
We know he's not talking at the moment. I'd be very surprised if he says anything.
I'm unnamed Turtle. I will hit you.
I will hit you.
I will hit you if you're rude and don't have the strength to back it up.
Okay.
Like the next person that speaks, they are getting hit.
The next person who speaks is getting hit.
Yes.
Come at me.
Next person, go.
Who's going next?
Andy gets hit next.
I am getting hit, yeah. I am getting hit. He's just got to come all the way to South Wales to do it. Anyway.
I'll pay for it.
Well, Dan, do you want to take it away since you've already begin?
Hello, my name is Vorlo. I am the yes man of the group. As everyone else is so much smarter than me, isn't that right, party?
He's also a brown nose.
Yes.
I am not a brown nose. My nose is already brown.
He is Volo the brown-nosed.
Fuck you, sir. Fuck you. I am a warlock bard. I have no ulterior motives in any way, shape, or form. Isn't that right, sir?
Go next.
Go for it, Rob.
I am Rob. I play Frostwalker, the Goliath Paladin.
Mm-hmm. And that leaves us with Mooney, who is going to show up later because they're still at work. And Violet. And Leon, who is not speaking at the moment.
My name is Amanda. I play Violet, a Amethyst Gem Dragonborn Barbarian.
Woo! Well done. Normally there is another member of the party, or there would be another member of the party, Kristen, but the player could not stay awake. They've had a very long day. They're very sleepy. So, Kristen Greentoe is just going to be quietly following the party around until the player is available to control them again. Leon is here, but for some reason that we have not yet figured out, he is only communicating via GIFs and emojis and soundboard effects rather than actually using his words. So...
Here's the thing. Unless you tell us what you're doing, we can't accept gifts.
What? Are you trying to make... Okay, anyway. Leon Hallowind is a variant human ranger who may have lost their voice. We'll figure out what's happening with him at some point, I assume. And Mooney, when they join us, is a black bear druid. Not a druid that has taken the form of a black bear, but an actual black bear who has become a druid. Anyway, with that out of the way, would anybody like to tell us what happened last time we played? Anyone?
Yeah. After we had pissed the dragon off, it chomped Jojo.
This dragon being Myra the Golden.
Myra the Gold, yes.
Yes.
The big scary golden dragon. Fully just chomped Jojo in half.
Yeah,
very dead.
In fact, she grabbed the gnome with both claws, tearing the legs away from the torso while she simultaneously bit his head off and spat it out, which is fun.
Yeah, as Barlin ran from the town with the gun he had stolen.
Yes.
Uh,
The gun that
then-
the dragon was angry about losing in the first place. Yep.
Yeah. Because it was from her horde,
Yes.
and
You do not fuck
Yeah.
off. You do not take an item from a dragon's horde.
yeah,
You just
don't.
don't.
Especially when we're level 4.
Yes. And this is an ancient dragon. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Tatsurian managed to calm down the very angry dragon.
Yes.
On the agreement that we track Barlin down. Because he is the only one that's not here.
Return the pistol, bring him to justice. Yes.
Yeah. We eventually tracked him out into the dark woods, where we got
Ashwoods.
Ashwoods. Thank you. I need to fix that. Into the Ashwoods, where we came across one of Big Man Tilbas's henchmen. The bandits, the Ashwood bandits. We killed them.
The Black
with
Dragon
one
Bandits. Yes.
Black Dragon. That's it, names.
You killed one of them outright.
Yeah, we killed one outright and used his body as a weapon.
Yes, you did. You threw his dead body at the other bandit. Yes.
Yeah.
When the bandit leader came out, what happened?
The bandit leader, we didn't know it was Tilbas, but we very quickly realised it was Tilbas after
He fooshed?
after he stopped us from killing his bandits, and he fooshed Tatsurian.
He did indeed foosh Tatsurian,
Tatsurian is dead.
leaving a puddle of acid and dissolving flesh in its wake. Yeah.
We got some information on. No, we got offered a job to see if his brother was working with devils, because he couldn't
Demons.
demons. That's it. Ah. Oh, my notes are well done.
Quickly learn not to mess with the ruling dragons. Indeed. North is typing.
Yeah.
Is North actually typing, or is it just going to be a string of emojis again? I spoke too soon. He's probably deleting what he was going to type, and he's going to make a string of emojis instead.
Yeah. After he fushed Tatsurian, he invited us to his home, where he fed us. He fed and watered us, and gave us information on Barlin, and that's where we left off.
More or less. So yes, you've had the opportunity to eat, drink, make merry with the other bandits, and sleep to get full long rest. You've been told that basically if Moira wants the pistol, it now belongs to Tilbas, and she can come and get it herself if she wants it. And you've also been asked to go to the nearby city of Brench to gather intel on Tilbas' brother, Fafnir Steelskull.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, we left off with you going to bed and sleeping. Is there anything in particular that any of you would be doing with your downtime?
So this is the guy in the suit. I don't know the other guy. Well, there's Ollie.
Unnamed would be praying at the altar.
Okay.
He'd ask the cleric in that. Is it alright if I use your altar? I haven't prayed in a while.
How do you have spells?
I guess dumb luck.
Your god gives you spells without you praying for him. Must be nice.
I guess I must have prayed good a lot before. I haven't had the chance to pray much.
All right. Well, have at it. Shrine's there for everyone.
Is there a way I can just completely darken the room?
Do you have the spell darkness?
I do not.
Do you have, for example, fog cloud?
I believe I also do not.
Okay. Then the only option you have left would be to use thaumaturgy to snuff out any small light sources in the room.
That's how I'll do.
So you darken the room by snuffing out all the candles.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, is this like a separate room?
Yeah, it's a little sort of alcove.
Yeah.
It's not a full chapel or anything. It's just a little,
Yeah.
like, broom closet with a shrine in it.
Cool. Yeah, anyone seeing would just see the room just whoosh and the light goes.
Do you keep a couple of candles lit so A, you can see what you're doing, and to better represent twilight?
Okay.
Yeah, actually I'll keep like one or two, but just I'll kind of block the light a little bit more.
Alright. Leon says nice mood lighting. Oh, I forgot to mention, a couple of the bandits chose to join your party as expert helpers and basically information gatherers. To spy on you, basically. To supervise and spy on you. One called Kristen and the other called Follow. So, and I'm in the mood for justice, says the Hallower. Not sure that would go down well in a room full of criminals, but okay.
Sure, be fine. But yeah, he'd start praying.
What are you praying for in particular? Are you just changing your spells up, or is there something else you want?
He'd just be praying, he'd just be praying and asking for what he should do.
So you're asking for a sign.
Asking for a sign, asking for a purpose, because he's kind of lost his thing of being the security man.
Being
Because he can't really be security man to religion if he's outside, if he's away from the religion.
So he thinks he can't protect the faith because he's no longer in the building where people have faith.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a religion check for me.
Yo, a flat roll.
Yeah.
It could have been a -2.
Could have been.
He's planning a big heist or something.
But you gave yourself proficiency.
Ah,
Try that again, but with 1 R.
and not with that weird thing.
6.
Ouch.
Is there anybody around that wants to... Actually, yeah, screw it. The other cleric is going to give you guidance. At a D4.
Well, 7.
Bloody hell. Volo, would you offer some bardic inspiration? By any chance?
I
No.
imagine he would be
No.
in the group,
No.
quiet, wanting quiet.
7 is a good number, no. Just not for this. This is true. Okay. So any divine wisdom that may have occurred to you just doesn't. Just nope.
Oh.
You feel lost, alone. Maybe your god can't reach you down here. You are underground after all, and they're a sky god.
That is true.
You said we were surrounded by people.
You're still in the bandits' den. So they're black leather clad folk everywhere. Bandits.
Leon is just.
Go on.
Sorry. Leon is just gonna kind of offhandedly, as a learned. What's the word I'm looking for?
Learned response?
Learned, not response, but just learned thing that he does. He's going to look around the room and
Defense
try to
mechanism?
ascertain the threat level and how many of these people he could take.
Okay, I want you to make an insight check.
Okay.
$22. Okay. You get you scope out the people that are in here, and you see everything from new bloods, like kids that were barely older than kids, at least, like older teenagers that have just begun their career. They're fresh-faced, they're excited, but they are relatively unskilled and lack the wisdom of some of the others. You see more experienced bandits who would definitely be more of an even fight with you and the other party members, particularly if they have numbers on their side. And as the saying goes, beware an old man in a profession where people die young. There are a few grizzled vets.
Okay. Not the time for violence.
Why is a big tough dragon and his crew branded as criminals?
I asked you what you simply said.
Is Frostwalker asking this in character?
It was annoying.
And is he asking a bandit, or Tilbas himself, or one of the party members?
I'll come with you anyway.
He says yes to the first part. Let's see what he says to the more just an out loud thought. Okay. So Frostwalker muses to himself, why is a big tough dragon and his crew branded as criminals? Leon is busy scoping out the place.
I'm a good girl.
Unnamed is busy praying. Would Volo or Violet offer any response to this question? Volo?
Yes.
You would have overheard Frostwalker asking, why is a big tough dragon and his crew branded as criminals? What would Tilbas's yes man say to that?
It is too much for a mind such as yours to understand.
Oh. Oh. Would Frostwalker slap a bitch, or
Be tempted to, but I'm going to restrain myself because I'm directly, basically, in the presence of their ancient dragon.
yeah, you probably don't want to start something with the bandits right in front of their leader. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also surrounded by bandit.
Surrounded by other bandits, also, yes. That's probably.
I just had a flash of the meme of Darth Vader. You're surrounded by dead men.
Yes. Only thing I'm surrounded by is dead men. Yeah.
Listen, not all dragons get along with each other. If one takes over another's territory, they don't like it very much. Also, 90% of us here are bandits. Why the fuck do you think we're not criminals?
You rob people that are coming through the woods on their way to Brench.
I mean, that seems completely lawful to me, right, guys?
Extremely.
Does Frostwalker want to make an insight check quick?
Still checking my sheet.
Atlee, just checking. Would I be rolling persuasion or deception if he's inciting me?
He's not inciting you.
Ah.
He's just taking the information that you have provided, combining with the other information he has gathered, and seeing if he is struck by inspiration.
Cheese does taste better with barbecue sauce.
While this is true, no. 6. Oh dear. No, nothing immediately springs to mind. What's wrong with people's rolls today? Anyway.
Alfred's just warming up.
Alfred's just warming up. Okay.
Question I have more wondered, why are you so willing to work with us? Knowing that we are criminals, should we know something about you?
From the north in the Frostlands, so
They don't have
I
those.
completely get doing whatever you need to do to survive.
Yeah.
Then I feel we will get along very well, my friend.
Oh, now he's sucking his dick. Anyway.
Goodbye, YouTube! It was lovely being on you!
Fucking hell. Anyway. He goes from basically calling him an idiot to say, hello, friend. We're pals now.
Have you met half my characters?
True. Okay.
Drop me be calling him an idiot the entire time while also agreeing with everything he says.
Is Violet up to anything in particular? Besides, perhaps mourning the loss of the other Dragonborn. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is.
you wouldn't be up to anything. Alright. So you're just sitting there on the edge of your bed swinging your legs. Finish typing.
Don't know, really.
My usual practicing my aim, making sure my weapons are good. Cool. Well, there is actually in the main hall archery targets and combat dummies. Leon says in a whisper, "Hey, I checked these guys out. Probably best not to start a fight here. There's lots of them and the older ones look very tough."
Because I've got some money on me.
Who are you saying that to?
Yeah, maybe go back to Emerald.
Whoever's closest at that moment. You're in the party.
I was just gonna say you'll sidle up to a bandit.
It's party. I caught it.
Probably Frostwalker. Right?
About...
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Mm.
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 Hmm.
Oh.
Just takes a
Ah.
We probably shouldn't fuck with these guys.
Well, we've kind of gone from one extreme to the other here.
There's
I know. But... So...
It's an eclectic mix of bandits, by the way. They're not all dudes, and some of the female bandits, particularly on the younger end of the spectrum, do look mighty attractive. Perhaps you can fuck with some of them.
Oh, God.
Another. Maybe if you don't swing that way, you might find some of the younger lads also attractive. Down boy, don't make me get the bonk stick. That's funny because bonk in the UK is slang for sex.
No.
So-
No.
So, you just ask, can I go get the sex stick to
Can I
stop
go-
him from having sex?
Let me get the fuck stick. Yes.
To be clear, is that somebody actually saying that, or is that you saying that?
Frostwalker, since there aren't the quotation marks around it, out of character, I think, said, "Down boy, don't make me get the bonk stick." So.
Listen, if you want to sleep with them
Yes,
so
okay.
badly, we can organize something for you.
Nobody
No.
has actually said that in character. I was just teasing. So, so yes, you're in the bandit's den. I imagine Christian would advise that you get going towards Brench.
Like a plan. I feel like unnamed would feel like we've overstayed our welcome as well. Guys, we should probably start moving.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if we stay too long, we're going to be overstaying.
Okie dokie. Do the rest of the party agree that it's time to saddle up and mosey on?
Yeah, fine, I guess.
I will agree to whatever the party chooses to do.
Okay. So you head out. Some of the people that you had games and conversations and drank with before you went to sleep give you handshakes and hugs and slaps on the back as you go. Tilbas himself just nods in approval that you were heading out. And yeah, you open the door that leads out of the place and come up the steep, narrow steps that lead out from between the roots into the forest itself.
Oh, what do we do now? I guess.
Go to branch.
Wait, where's Bren? Where? I don't know.
Somebody want to make a survival check to see if they can figure out what direction Branch is in, or even a history check to see if they can remember. Leon says, "Ah, yes, back in the wild again. Much better than that stuffy place. Keep hunting the."
So, which direction are you planning to travel first?
Frostwalker suggests you keep hunting the thief. Despite the fact you've already learned that Tilbas has taken possession of the pistol now.
Eventually, we'll have to tell Moira that where it is, but we can do this thing first.
Thank you for making my master's job a fetch quest, sir.
You're welcome.
That was sarcasm.
What? Also, what's the fetch quest?
Uh-huh.
You're an idiot, aren't you, sir?
I'm smarter than you.
Smarterer.
I would love to believe that, sir. I really would. But you're disproving that by just speaking and breathing.
Just because I can't read.
Kristen pinches the bridge of his nose. If Moira comes after us, I'm pointing the finger at Tilbas. Yes, that's basically what Tilbas told you to do. So, like I said before, survival check to see if you can figure out the direction to branch, or history to see if you can remember the direction to branch.
What's my survival?
Well,
Oh, my survival and history are both the exact same. It doesn't matter.
18.
This is history.
You know. Because, you
Do you need-
fucking live here.
Do you need a guide, sir, or are you like just planning to walk around in circles all day?
I think we need the guide.
So, Volo, are you going to lead the way towards the road through the Ashwoods that leads directly to Branch?
Yes. And at that point, they're on their road. I am not guiding them any further than there, because they're at the road. If they get lost at that point, it's not my fault.
What do we do now? Any relation to Volo? No, Volo is a poor imitation of Volo.
It was more, I clicked fantasy name generator, and this is what I got.
Volo. So anyway, you head a little way through the woods onto the road and head left relative to where you joined the road to travel south towards Bridge. And after a while of walking along this road, you can hear a distant, well, not too distant, but a knocking sound. Feel free to make a perception check, to see if you can identify the sound.
That's pretty perceptive.
Oh, good, I get +0 in that again.
Yay!
Now it's cap locked.
I thought you just said Capcom to them for a second.
I thought he was talking Klingon. Is that supposed to be?
Equals 6.
Is that supposed
Plus 6.
Is that supposed to be +6? Yep. So that's a 15. It sounds like someone's chopping wood.
It's just a woodworker, it's fine.
Woodworker.
He's probably a woodworker. They're
Anthony, for
chopping
me,
wood, no matter whatever they are.
Anthony, for me, living around this area, is this common place for people to be chopping down the wood?
There is for this fellow. His name is Bjorn.
Oh no.
And he has a lumber yard at the edge of the woods.
I suggest you don't irritate him, sirs. He will kill you. And you won't win. If you get that notion in your head now, you might as well give me your lives.
Is he some sort of murderer?
He's actually
No,
very nice. He's a very friendly chap. He's a good guy.
it is more the point of we have tried to deal with him before, and he has destroyed us multiple times. It is easier to play nice with him than try and fight him. Please bear this in mind.
What was that deliberate?
Yes.
Terrible. Anyway.
So I suggest we yogi on down the road and...
Oh, really? Really?
Where's the bear one was too on the nose?
Yogi on down the road.
Yeah,
Okay. It's bad enough that Bjorn is actually Norwegian, Scandinavian, I believe, for bear. But anyway, you head down the road.
Bear, bear.
Sorry, what did you say, North?
Bear, bear.
Bear. Yes. The Latin, the scientific name for a bear is bear, and some of them are even bear. Yeah.
What's worse is his brother. Bear.
Bear. Anyway. You head down the road towards Brench. You soon find yourself breaking out of the tree line. You can see the lumber yard a little to your right, so in the westerly direction. There's also beyond the tree stumps that are scattered about, you can also see where the road splits and goes around the walled city of Brench. A signpost declares that if you head right, you will end up in Port Alwyn, and if you go left, you will find yourself at the east gate of Brench.
Ooh.
There's also a lesser sign for the north gate of Brench, which is actually visible from where you're standing.
Okay.
What do you want to do? There are, of course, armed and armoured men standing at the gates.
Guess just mosey on up. We look very suspicious if we just stop here and wait. So I suggest we just go.
So you're just going to walk right past the guards?
Not walk past, but just keep heading. Just keep heading on.
Heading on where?
Heading on to towards the guards, expecting them to stop us.
Roll for insight on threat level from the guards? Sure, go for it, Leon.
Ooh, 19.
Ooh.
19. Okay. So they appear to be rather scruffy looking, tired and overweight city guards. But there's something about their posture and the way that they're holding them. There's something in their eyes and in their posture that makes you think that they are far more dangerous than they look.
Best we play nice here.
Yes.
You would probably see on his face he is itching for a fight.
Which face are you wearing at the moment? Oh no, that's Volo. That's Volo. I'm thinking of. Sorry. Oh yeah, you actually joined them outside. So you're itching for a fight, looking for a scrap.
Please don't fight them.
Maybe
We don't want to get kicked out of the city.
Maybe you'll find them inside.
Technically, if you fight them outside the city, you can't be kicked out of the city as you're not in it yet.
But you might be denied entry permanently. You pedantic bugger. Anyway.
You said make a yes, man. That's what I did.
I said no such thing. That was all your idea.
Yes, sir. You're right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fucking hell. Anyway. I'm not getting the blame for this character. So you're you head towards the north gate, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Cool. There's a small bridge over the river, and then so you end up with the moat on your left as you continue along the road a little bit, and then there's another small bridge that leads over the moat to the northern gate. The guards give you a stern look as you walk towards them. The gate between them stands open. What do you do?
May I suggest you don't say anything aggressive and just say yes and nod along to what they say? Unless they're trying to incriminate you, then you are able to defend yourselves. Just don't antagonize them.
But what if they're being rude and don't have the strength to back it up?
Then I will be rude back, Mr. Turtle. Please do not antagonize the authorities.
One of them smirks as you hover on the other side of the bridge, not daring to come closer yet.
I mean, Bandit would be walking.
Alright.
Yeah, I thought we were walking up to them and I'm saying this to him.
Okay, I thought you would want to stop and say it out of, rather than while you're walking past them. But so anyway, yeah, you walk across the bridge saying, basically don't antagonize them. You do get a smirk from them. As you come level with them, they continue watching you but say nothing. Their spears still held upright at their sides.
You see, sir, there was nothing to worry about.
You pass between them?
Yes.
Yes.
Nothing happens. They let you go right on in.
I'll follow.
Can I roll a perception check? Something feels off here.
Sure.
At the same time, this feels like the equivalent of an entire party spends 2 hours to open the door.
Yeah.
25.
I mean, with a 25. With a 25, you would notice an odd smell coming from the guards. And, like something's burnt. And sure enough, down by their feet, you can see that the grass under their boots is slightly scorched.
Have we all passed through by this
You've all
point?
passed through. So as you go through the gate into the city, it's a fairly bustling city. You have come into the town. It's pretty much the middle class area of town on the left hand side, and the rich part of town on the right. However, immediately on your right, as you come in through the gate, is a well-to-do looking tavern called the Thirsty Traveller.
I guess we go there, get our bearings.
Very well, sir. That is a great idea, sir.
That does sound like a plan.
Quit calling me sir.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize, ma'am.
Bloody hell.
God damn it.
Okay.
You walked into that one.
Are Frostwalker and Violet also in agreement that going into the tavern and asking for directions and guidance around the city would be best?
Yes, because I'm not used to any of the towns around here, so
Yeah.
I'd want someone to basically give me a rundown.
Mm-hmm.
We had that in the last city we were in, so it makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. So, yeah, into the tavern. You see that there are some... the patrons are a mixture of well-dressed regulars and travel-stained visitors. Like, you can clearly see which ones have just come in to town from a long trip on the road and who has been and who's local. Strangely enough, these people aren't at separate tables. In fact, it looks like most of the travelers have found themselves in a conversation with at least one local, who seems to be happily telling them all about what life is like in Branch. Basically offering the kind of guidance and advice that you came in here looking for. And as you were looking around, a trio of rather attractive locals come up to you and say, "Well, hello, we've got even more visitors. Isn't this a special day? I'm sure you would like to rest your legs on a comfortable booth. What can I get you all to drink?" says the younger-looking gentleman in the middle.
Wine, red, chilled, if possible, please.
Of course, of course. And the rest of you?
I'll just take whatever's on, whatever you have, alcohol-wise.
That's a very good clarification. I like that. So any of alcohol that I choose for you, I will try my best to find something that will delight your palate.
Thank you.
Any others? Any other requests?
Ale.
Ale. A good, hearty drink. Well chosen.
Sure, whatever.
Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah. Frostwalker and Violet. Yay, you got a new subscriber.
Yippee!
I haven't actually been watching the
I'll
film.
just take an ale.
Another ale. Excellent. I assume the lady wants for naught?
Your good as guess is mine.
She remains silent. Is she shy?
Yeah, I need to get my other horses out and put this milk on them. I no longer have a wagon.
Tell you what. You look like a hardy northerner. I bet you would enjoy a whiskey. I'm going to get. Oh, she's typing now. I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. What would Violet like to drink? She's been offered a whiskey.
I go away for 2 weeks and then I found out he came along, so.
I'll take a whiskey, excellent. Marvelous. I will go get the drinks. Ladies, if you could accompany our fine new guests to a table, I will be over shortly. And the two women smile and gesture towards a nearby booth, while your host goes to get drinks.
Milk is heavy. Yeah.
Do you do as you are gestured to do?
What are we gestured to do?
You have been the ladies have gestured towards a booth that you can all sit at. Would you like to sit at that booth?
Sure.
Okay.
Leon is suspicious. I want to do an insight check on this place. I think it's bullshit. Something's amiss.
Roll it.
I have a passive insight of 16. Would that tell me anything?
Unnamed, you think this place must be some sort of brothel, perhaps? Or, some sort of hospitality, like high-end hospitality tavern. Leon, however, detects something a little predatory in the voice of your host.
No, you're not.
Like he looks at you like he's eyeing up his next meal.
Who's closest to me in the party right now?
We didn't really figure a turn order, but perhaps since I believe Volo was the first to order,
Yes.
he would probably be at the front of the group.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to turn to Vorlo and just be like, keep your eyes out. There's definitely something amiss here. Something feels off.
Same as the food felt off, which you ate earlier today, sir.
I did.
You mean last night?
Yeah, I went away for 2 weeks.
Yeah, as in last night, sorry. Are you sure you're not what people call paranoid?
Don't be shy, we don't bite, said the two ladies. Almost in unison. And again, encouraging you to go sit in the booth.
I know.
I don't think I should anymore.
Would you prefer to sit at a chair? We can bring a chair over.
Winnie?
My friend, what are you thinking is going to happen? Everything in this tavern is a mimic? Why would they have so many people in here? That was the case. Sitting at a chair or a table
Dare I ask?
is what civilized people do.
He just
You do not have to worry.
What are you up to?
Fine.
We're going to
credit.
Valentine, but I can meet you in St.
I'm sorry, what?
He just goes, fine.
I'll meet you at Telegrams once I've been there, okay?
And acquiesces to the
See
chair.
you in a bit.
Okay, so everybody else sits in the booth, except for Leon, who sits on chair, right? The two late. I suspect that Kristen will be equally suspicious, and will also sit on a chair, on the fourth side of the table rather than sitting in one of the three-side booth. The two ladies, of course, sit at either end of the booth, so that
Yeah, I was talking to...
the rest of the party are
Oh, fun.
would have to climb over a lady or ask her to get out of the way if they wanted to leave the booth. So, of course,
Actually, Unnamed would have joined them on the things because he doesn't want to get brotheled into losing all of this non-existent money.
he doesn't want to get brotheled. Come now. If you all sit on chairs, there won't be room for everybody. There's only one side of the table that we can put chairs on.
I don't mind being on the floor.
Unnamed roll insight. In fact, Leon, if you could also. In fact,
Okay.
yeah.
18.
Nice.
I'm not moving.
Yeah, they're clearly trying to persuade you for. Whilst it's true that
I'll give you a lift back.
you won't be able to all sit at chairs,
Oh, okay.
it would seem rather silly to have like 2 or 3 people sitting in the booth and everyone else at a chair. You also feel that they're putting a little too much pressure on you to do that.
I'm sorry, ladies. I will ask this to set the nerves off my friend here. Are we being charged to sit at the booth?
No, of
Is the booth
course
going
not.
to eat us?
The booth is not.
Are
going
you
to eat.
planning to kill all of us?
Why would you say something like that? You're so silly.
It's because my friend is a paranoid fuck, and I am trying to calm him.
I would like to insight for bullshit on that one.
Your host comes over with the tray of drinks and says, I see that most of you chose to sit at chairs. Well, I was going to sit at a chair myself so that I could address the whole table. But
That's a shame.
so be it, I guess. Ladies, I guess we'll get to sit in the booth for once.
I apologize for them.
Oh, no bother at all. I'm sure that you'll soon come to
Emerald and Saint Denis. I'll see you later.
feel much more comfortable with us.
Emerald and Saint Denis.
Insight on bullshit from the server and the ladies. Yeah, you still are highly suspicious of them. You think that they are sus.
Alrighty, let me know.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, bye, Norman. Love you. See you later.
So, what do?
I will enjoy my drink and wait for the party to decide the next move, since I'm here to observe them.
The yes, your three your host and to a lesser extent the two ladies take it in turns as they are drinking and enjoying your company to ask you each in turn
Forgetting that's a thing.
about your adventures, what you've enjoyed most about your journey, They just seem pleasant. Just really nice people.
Oh god, I've realised where we are. I just realised where we are.
What?
Are we in a Wendy's?
No.
No, we're somewhere very close to that though. We're in a hostess bar.
No,
Yeah.
Well, that's the vibes that Unnamed Turtle certainly got.
A hostess bar with, I assume, incubi and succubi.
Does anybody have any means of detecting incubi and succubi?
What would I need to detect that?
Well, if somebody in the party was a paladin, that could be useful.
I'm a warlock. I'm an evil paladin. Does that count?
We've already ascertained that they're full of shit. So they're selling something.
Yeah.
We're not
just don't know what
selling
flavor.
anything. We just want to make you feel comfortable. That's all. You've had a long day's travel, and we want to make you feel right.
Command.
We
Is that
haven't
the-
had that long
is
of a
that the
I'm
travel.
casting command.
Hold
Oh,
on.
Bruce.
Hold on. Is that the server who's saying that?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Leon would like to take this opportunity to stare directly into that person's eyes, and I will roll intimidation.
You know, have a bardic inspiration from me as well.
just starts playing a little ditty on his... Brings out the flute, just like, starts playing Megalovania.
Oh no.
The
You have a D4. Add the D4. Can't be any worse.
That's not going to do much, but okay.
It's I mean, okay, fine.
It's only a D4.
Four.
It
Four.
just got worse.
Well, not exactly. The server holds your gaze. Doesn't break eye contact. There's something
Just-
almost wolf-like about those eyes.
Tell me, do you people accept silver as payment?
Oh, no need to pay us? No need at all. This is on us. This is our treat.
That's a bad business model.
Oh, we don't work here. We just drink here and find people that will be good company. And
I'm
I
not
think
sure how
that's-
you guys are not haven't been sued at this point. You guys, how you guys managed to stay in the bar?
I'm going to cast command. Get a straight answer from these people.
what's your one-word command?
Truth.
Okay. Let's see.
So,
19.
oh, fuck, they pass.
Didn't even have a modifier and they still pass.
A little first right now, my save is a 14. They almost... Quick, someone just cutting words.
Don't think anybody in the party has cutting words.
Silvery barbs! Wait, do I have silvery barbs?
Do you?
I'm checking now, because for some reason my bard spells aren't loading.
You're chicken now?
All I'm saying is this would definitely seem like an attack.
What do you mean?
Doesn't Silvery Barbs have Silvery Barbs and stuff have verbal?
I see what
verbal
you're saying.
components.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's to bystanders. That's just a random guy. Just
Yes, but currently
casting
these
a
aren't
spell.
bystanders. These are people that walked up and getting very friendly with us.
You're in a bar.
And one of our comrades...
And yeah, you can. Oh, so anyway, you want to do silvery barbs, don't you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'll give the advantage back. I'll give it to myself if I have to. It's just... North is getting very suspicious of this.
5.
Yeah. Why are you pushing so hard for question?
Because we're hungry, and he looks horrified at his own words.
What do you mean you're hungry? What are you?
I'm a werewolf. Fuck.
You see, this is the information I like. No? Now that you have answered truthfully, we can actually have a proper dialogue. I do not mind.
Wet dog.
Be respectful. If you are looking people to join your pack, I don't believe anyone here is willing to be turned. I myself am, but I can't speak for the rest of them.
No.
I don't want to.
That's, well, since the proverbial cat is out of the bag, we may as well come clean. The ladies look nervous. Yay! Okay, I'm going to catch you up quick. So, you guys left the ash hole. You came to Brench. You've gotten as far as the Thirsty Traveller, and you've gone into the Thirsty Traveller to get information about Brench, basically, because you guys are all new to Brench. You've never been here before. And when you came in, you were greeted by a handsome man and two ladies. The handsome man bought you all drinks. The two ladies invited you to sit with them at a booth. 3 of the party refused to actually sit in the booth and instead took chairs next to the booth table instead. And Volo has just used command to demand the truth from the handsome gentleman that bought you all drinks, who has just confessed to being a werewolf. So now you're all caught up. Okay?
Okay.
The 2 ladies that are with him look very nervous at their companion's decision to just blurt everything out. But they're just quietly and wide-eyed watching him as he continues. So, we're allowed folk like myself, not just werewolves, but other creatures that feast on human flesh, are allowed to do so here in this tavern and nowhere else in the city. It's part of the agreement that we have with the city's governance. We get what we want. They got what they want. We're not allowed to prey on any of the citizens of Brench, but travelers are fair game.
Okay. Hi, Isabel.
Then, if you are requiring food, I will make a deal with you.
Oh.
I have some connections. If I can bring you, say, 3 meals a day,
Are you serious?
will this guarantee our safety within not only this tavern, but the city itself, and maybe a favor or 2 from you?
As I said, we have no jurisdiction in the city. We are allowed no further than this tavern.
We are requiring information. Nothing more, nothing less.
What information would you be after?
I will now look at the party. Ask away.
We can't just straight up ask if is the big dragon man working with. We can't. I said that in character. I didn't say that in character, but I said it in his voice.
Yes, you can't in character. You don't feel like you can just ask in character, even if you're dumb. Does
My man is wise. Not.
Does Fafnir Steel Skull work with demons? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a bit. Yeah. Are we at the risk of being randomly bitten? No. That's part of the deal. We can't even feast on you here. We have to invite you to a second location and devour you there. You're quite safe while you're still in the tavern. As you are
I have offered them 3 meals a day for a while. I think I've bought our safety for a bit.
Well, again, that's still being negotiated. But as he's saying this, as he's responding to Frostwalker's question, you see a young lady who was clearly some sort of traveler, traveling merchant, walk out with a broad-shouldered, red-headed man whose hands seem to be back to front.
You're not all
you guys
evil.
are good at this job.
I'm sorry?
You guys are good at your job, damn.
Seems like a normal thing for a werewolf to have happen.
I'm sorry?
Well, his hands are wrong.
No. That's not a werewolf. That's clearly not a werewolf.
Yeah, I know. I try to point that out.
Okay. So you say to who?
When a werewolf transforms, they're still in the same basic shape, just
yes. All the
human
werewolves,
again.
all the werewolves at the party have all of their parts, and like I said, this particular group of 3 werewolves seem to be young and lithe rather than broad and muscular. You know.
Yeah, so my flag's immediately up when I see the dude with the wrong hands, because that could be like a botched illusion spell or something.
It could be, yeah. Apparently the bear is sniffing the werewolf. I'd hate to need a warehouse. Ha 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 ha.
Then I shall ask the first question then.
Be our
Are
guest.
demons still commonplace within the walls, or?
Like I said, we're not really permitted into the city proper. If there are demons walking the streets, the only way we would know is if they smelt wrong, or perhaps the ground was scorched where they walked.
Demons are still present in the city then. Thank you for that information. I just seem to take another sip of his wine.
Sniff, sniff. One of the ladies who is being sniffed at by the bear starts giggling as the cold, wet nose tickles her midriff.
Yeah, Blake said he might come up this way in a bit, so
Never mind our bear.
he's doing an arrest warrant.
That's okay. They're
It's in a telegram.
I kind of like them hairy. And she scritches
Oh, sorry.
scritches Mooney under the chin.
Have you finished?
Happy couple.
Mary is probably in Rhodes.
Okay.
So why only there's one tavern?
Like I said, there's a deal. It's all part of the whole thing with the city is protected by the 5 great heroes. So obviously there can't be public murders and people being eaten in the streets. That would be the whole idea behind the heroes is that the city is well off and crime free. No murder, no thieving. It's a good place. And everyone who lives here is safe. What?
Besides the ones that enter this tavern and you choose to eat them for lunch.
Well, yes.
Presumably, they're not the only ones who have this agreement.
Which raises the next
Well,
question.
there are other organizations. I believe if you'd come through the East Gate, you'd have found yourself coming across a tavern called the First Mug. No monsters at that one, unless you count thieves and rogues as monsters.
So my people, essentially.
That would be more of our own variety.
Well, feel free to walk across town and be with your own people. A question regarding the meals that you offered me and my companions. How do you plan on providing us with those meals? Exactly.
The group I'm with, we have an excess of people. Losing a handful will not do that much damage to us.
Are you just making... Are you making a unilateral decision to sacrifice black dragon bandits to the werewolves?
No! No!
That's what it sounds like to me.
No! No! Kidnap victims.
Okay, so...
You party as sacrificial people.
Anyway... If you did intend to sacrifice black dragon bandits, I assure you Tilbas would not be pleased.
I just sent him a letter saying, bring silver shit.
Bring silver shit.
No one is getting sacrificed. God, I can't believe I have to say this.
What
No
I
one is
do
getting
with
sacrificed.
what I do with the company that I carry is fine. I'm not sacrificing you people to it, am I?
If we go out and we find bad people and we bring them back here, that would be enough.
That would
At
do
least
nicely,
cover that.
yes.
Very well then.
And please don't call me an it again. It tends to
I'm
get my
not.
hackles up.
I apologize. What is the correct term for were-being?
Well, I identify as a he, and the ladies are, of course, she.
Very well. Is there any other information people are requiring while we're here?
Anything else you want to ask these monsters?
Considering they can't lie to us right now.
Well, that wore off. He's only continuing to be helpful because
I've offered them lunch.
Well, no, because
they've also been scarpered.
You made him blurt out that he's a werewolf, so he's kind of the jig's up. So there's no point in lying at this point, you know.
I suppose being stuck here, you wouldn't know the best place to get weaponry.
I believe there is a forge, fairly close to the guardhouse.
Of course it is.
Oh, okay. Didn't want to go in there, but okay. I will go out again.
I, for one, would like to go there.
Would you require any assistance there?
I thought maybe others would also want to get new weapons or upgrade their weapons.
Assistance.
You seem fun. I'll follow you. I'll follow you wherever you go.
I would
Whilst we're in town.
appreciate it if you did not warn any other travelers of our establishment.
Why should we? It removes all the fun.
He smiles, just a little bit nervous that he's allowing you to leave. The two ladies sort of nudge him, and he goes, "Just so that we can keep up appearances, at least, would you allow the sisters and I to walk you out?"
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm gonna get a silver coin ready on hand.
No, it's not.
Who wants to get bit?
They are okay. If anyone wants to make an insight check, you're welcome to.
Oh, I'm inciting the hell out of
I am joining him in this.
this situation
Take care.
because Leon is suspicious as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15.
Oh
Okay.
God.
So Volo, you get the impression that at this point he's more afraid of the other monsters in the bar and breaking the terms of their agreement with, you know, with the tavern and everyone else that's involved in this arrangement, and be seen to be breaking it. He's afraid for his life, and he hopes that by walking out with you, that it would seem that he's taking you to a second location to feast on you all, and there won't be any problem. Mooney also gets this impression that he's just doing it to save face. Leon, on the other hand, is fairly certain that as soon as you're outside of the tavern, these 3 werewolves are going to try to tear you apart.
Leon, why don't you go ahead to the forge? I shall escort these young ladies out myself. Ladies, if you may.
And
I gesture.
Yeah, they each take an elbow and walk out with you, and the smiling big bad wolf also accompanies you. My passive of 16 would tell me what the others understood. Yes, so you know that he's only doing this to save his life. He has no intention of eating you in the streets, because that would be just as bad as trying to eat you right here in the tavern. He would have to take you out of the city to a second location, like he stated, in order to eat you. And you've already come to other arrangements with him. So, so far only Leon is convinced that to accompany the werewolves outside would be a death sentence.
Gang issues around there, so.
Leon will exit at high ready
Okay.
the whole time.
I'm going to escort them away from the tavern just to an alleyway, just so that they have enough time to save face.
Okay.
And I do have something I wish to say to them as well.
Which do you? Okay, to an alleyway. So you're probably going to go into the middle class part of town. Okay, this is kind of cool. All right. So the houses here are nice. You actually do find one that's they do walk with you as if they're heading to a particular house, but the werewolves stop outside and say, like I said, we have no intention of actually going through with what we would normally do with others, since I believe that would be bad for business at this point. So we will make our
before you
goodbyes here.
Well, if you wish to discuss business, my master is always on the lookout for capable bodies, or people that can be useful to him. I'm sure you 3 could find a much better, how we say, life outside these walls than rather in them.
What do you have in mind exactly?
Head towards this location and tell them Volar sent you.
But what would we be doing if we went there?
Think of it as work. My boss may get you to do a job from now and then, but that will give you a chance for more meals, more freedom, and less of this.
Will this allow us to continue to make use of our charms and wiles?
Oh, most definitely. You might even learn a trick or two more.
Well, I will certainly take you under advisement. That is the Ashwoods, though. Is that not Tilbas's territory?
Correct.
Oh, we have no desire to become bandits. That is...
Who said anything about bandits?
Yeah, he had binoculars. He stopped.
Not everyone he needs is a bandit.
Our curiosity is piqued, and I must say I am curious as to what other work Tilbas might offer that would fit our skills.
Well, think, he does need face people. People with charms. Exhibit A.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can find you some better work than what you're doing right now.
Be changed. That's what I've done with mine.
We could get fed more often. We might. I'd certainly consider it. Come, ladies.
See, you do.
Well, since we can't immediately go back to the tavern, we may as well go check it out. Yes.
And what? Then I will bid you adieu, as I'm going to change forms into a human female, and just start making my way to the forge.
Okay, so before you... Because you don't know where the forge is from here, do you?
I would have headed somewhere back towards the tavern and figure it out from there.
Okay. So before you do that, first I want to see if anybody else is interested in looking around this area to see what there might be, or if there's anything else you might want to do, so that it's, you know, a group game rather than just one person.
Yeah.
Looking for a toy shop. You find a toy shop. There is indeed a toy shop, and a butcher's, and a greengrocer's, and some candy store, which is also sells like, well, potions. It's chemists, basically.
Mooney wants plushie because he thinks if he has one, it will make him look like a less scary bear.
What sort of plushie are you after?
It depends what plushies are in there. He might hug a party member with him, because it will be a bit weird just a bear walking into a tavern. I mean, a shop.
A bear walked into a shop. So they have all kinds of creatures, including the more standard ones like bears and wolves and deer and what have you.
Yeah.
But the and ducks and stuff. But they've also got
But we were past.
hippogriffs and chimeras and rocks and owlbears.
He's looking through the glass, so does he see the owl bear plushie through the glass?
He does see the owlbear plushie through the glass.
He's gonna pour it.
You're going to scrabble at the glass trying to get to the owlbear plushie.
Yes, he wants the owl bear plushie.
Is anybody else in the party? Okay, so Unnamed Total has said that they're going with Mooney.
Yeah.
And Leon is tagging along too? Oh no, I'd head into the blacksmith. Okay.
Leon's going to the blacksmith.
Okay, so Frostwalker, Leon, and Vola are all going to the blacksmith. As you... Because you... Yeah, you don't actually know. Volo probably would know the town better than anyone since he's kind of a local. So he leads you south through the town, and as you do so, you go past this big warehouse where you can hear strange machine. There's steam coming out of several odd chimneys stuck at strange angles out of the roof, and you can hear clanking and whirring from inside this warehouse. What do Volo and Frostwalker and Leon make of this place? And Violet, I assume, as well, because Violet already... Yeah.
Quaint.
Okay.
Something about this place.
As you are walking past, the door flies open, and a gnome goes flying through the door and lands in the street fairly close to you.
Oh! Ow! Why'd you have to be so rough? Oh! Hello. What? Are you adventurers by any chance?
Maybe. And you are...
Oh, Dimble Gimble at your service. Ow. Sorry.
Dimble.
Dimble Gimble.
That's your actual name?
Yeah.
Not the weirdest name I've heard before.
Okay.
Alright, well, Dimble Gimble. Yes. In a manner of speaking, we are adventurers.
Oh, good. Would I be able to hire you to help me with something?
Well, we were looking for the blacksmith.
Oh. You just want regular old boring weapons, do you? The dwarf can do that,
No.
but, you know...
How much are you willing to pay for the job? And what does it
Have
entail?
something better.
I will create for you custom weapons of such wondrous design that you'll never want another weapon again.
Probably still doing the arrest warrant.
I sincerely doubt that, but I may be inclined to take you up on that offer.
Excellent. Now, my problem is I've created a construct who, since he was an experimental design, a prototype, if you will, if you're familiar with the term. You're probably not, but that's okay. So, I used a, yes, I can make a custom axe, obviously, duh. But, I used a power source that wasn't really strong enough.
Yeah, I'll get to the plushie in a minute.
And as a result, my creation spends all of his time at his charging station and absolutely refuses to be shut down again so that I can give him a better power source. Every time I try, well, you kind of saw what just happened.
That's really good.
So is it a custom weapon for each of us, or for the payment?
If that's what you want, yeah. Especially if you can shut down my construct without damaging it.
I believe I can resolve this issue.
Essentially, you want us to
Mooney, what's going on
discipline-
there? We can hear...
I thought I was on mute.
Nope, you are not.
So, essentially, you want us to discipline your child.
Now, what I want you to do is to locate the key to his docking station, which will shut it down. once he's unable to recharge, he will soon run out of power, and when he does, I'll be able to tinker with him and give him a better power source. But the problem is, whenever he takes the key from me, he hides it somewhere different in my workshop.
So, two of us keep the thing occupied while the last person looks.
I'll be the looker.
Why not just talk to the construct like a person?
I've tried. He doesn't want to. He thinks that losing power will essentially kill him.
How long does its charge last?
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, it barely holds any charge at all. It will last a minute if he's not stood at his docking station. So he has to, if he leaves his docking station, he has to get back to it within a minute, or he will run out of power and die.
But then you could take and fix him then.
Well, yes.
So all we have to do is keep him off the docking station for a minute.
Yeah, that
How
would
about
work.
this?
Go on.
We go in, find this key, and lure him away with the key.
Do you think that'll work?
Well, he seems to be very set on hiding the key from you, so I'm willing to bet that he's that desperate that he'll chase after us for it.
If you think so, then yeah, we can give that a go.
Either that or just talk to him and say that we'll shut him down for however long it takes you, 5 minutes, and then we will put him back on and he can have a better life.
I tried explaining to him that any perceived death would only be temporary, but he doesn't think he'll be the same when I switch him back on. He likes who he is, it seems, or at least he doesn't want to end his experience. It's strange because all he does is sit there, like, just absorbing power all day, every day. Like, he doesn't do anything because he can't do anything, because if he does leave his docking station, he's gonna run out of juice. Like I said, it's ridiculous.
Alright, I have a couple plans that we can try, so let's try this.
Alright, fair enough. Let's go help the construct having a midlife crisis or whatever.
Perhaps his heart will grow
Tantrum.
3 sizes this day.
Oh dear. Anyway, he leads you back into the warehouse, and most of the warehouse is full of with narrow paths between them, so that somebody could get through, are these big piles of paper, furniture, and half-finished mechanical projects. Some of the items of furniture are clearly supposed to be for organizational purposes, like, bookshelves and desks and stuff, but they've become so covered in notes and pieces of mechanical wonders that they're just buried in and essentially useless. At one end of the warehouse is an absolutely massive machine. It's about 20 foot tall. It's on each of its mechanical arms is a massive hammer and axe. And it's standing there between two great pylons that are sparking with lightning. At the base of this, these two pylons is the plinth that the Titan is also standing on, and right there at the base, dwarfed by this colossus, is a pedestal with a keyhole in it. And the keyhole's in a disc, and it's clearly marked as off and on, and it's currently in the on position. Yeah, this is about to be a real fun time for us, says Leon.
Go on, Frost, sir. Give it your motivational speech. We will watch.
Frostwalker, go ahead and try to convince this monstrosity that everything's going to be okay.
Oh, I thought this thing was going to be like 10 foot tall or something, not 100.
20.
Oh, good. Good, that makes it all the much better.
It's literally a huge construct. Hey, Mr. Iron Giant, can you hear me up there? The Titan turns its head to you.
Oh, I really like it. This is really nice. It's very you. Both of you.
Frostwalker.
I love it. Thanks. I don't know. I dread to think how many we get in our place.
If you want, you can just roll persuasion. So I heard you're a little upset about being shut down for an upgrade. Maybe we can make a deal. The Titan responds to you saying that by raising his hammer fist.
Now, may I please step in?
I don't think the tin can talk.
Let's see what the Frostwalker says. No squish, please. I'm trying to help you get off this pedestal and free. Roll persuasion for me.
He can have the advantage from silvery barbs. I feel like he needs it.
You can't reassign it, I'm afraid. Sorry.
I mean, he can have my freaking inspiration die then.
Okay.
Help action.
Help action.
That's,
Yes.
If you want to do Volo, if you are helping Frostwalker to silver his tongue, the Frostwalker can re-roll that.
yes, and he does have a bardic inspiration die as well.
And
that's
what's
an extra
your
D4.
An extra D4. Okay. There we go. The Titan lowers its fist and makes it's hard to read because it's a metallic face with no expression, but it tilts backwards and cocks its head slightly as if to say, go on. But it verbalizes none of that.
I'll take and say that if he shuts down for however long it takes the gnome to give him the upgrade, I will sit in a position that when he's shut down, I cannot move. So that he knows for a fact that will bring him back online.
Basically, you're doing the Fenris Gambit, basically, right?
Yeah, kind of I'm going to sit with you until you're back up and running, It's just this way.
You're
I
treating him.
physically won't be able to move.
You're treating him like he's actually a living being rather than just a construct. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to make another persuasion with advantage. $21. Okay.
Nice roll.
Very nice roll.
Can I grab one with you?
The Titan steps off his pedestal. Boom.
I've been doing a lot of writing today.
Boom. And begins walking
Went
around
from
the warehouse.
Rose to see if Mary was
And
there,
he,
Mary wasn't
with
there.
surprising dexterity, he lifts up a pile of papers in one of the piles in the room, and produces a tiny key balanced on the edge of on the edge of his
Oh, nice.
blade arm, and offers it out to Frostwalker.
I will take it, and I'm assuming the gnome didn't come in with us.
Oh, he's watching from the door with amazement.
I'll just hold out the key so that he can see it, so that the giant doesn't sees that I'm not running away from him.
Yeah. The Titan proceeds to crouch down and sit on the ground with its knees up and its massive weapon arms wrapped around its shins.
It's like a child.
Yes.
A terrifying, army-destroying child.
I like him.
I just turn to him.
You're not having him. You are aware of this.
This particular quest has come up in several campaigns, and you are the only ones who have actually just talked to it.
Leon just turns to Frostwalker and goes, I'm glad that you did the talking, because that would not have gone well if it was me.
Yeah, I was the one that started.
I feel like I could have gotten halfway and then get killed.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you are the most competent talker here.
If you refuse,
Maybe best you do the talking, Frostwalker.
So- Presumably,
Especially two giant robots.
presumably you take the key, walk over to the pedestal on the plinth, put the key in the keyhole, and turn it. Right?
Yes.
As the lightning flashes slow down, like the frequency of that sparking slows down, you can see the much like in that GIF, the construct begins to rock back and forth with worry. Looking from the sparking pylons, the diminishingly sparking pylons, and Frostwalker. Again, without the gesture looks very much like worry, fear.
I'll put my hands out in like the calming motion.
Make one more persuasion roll. Again with advantage, because you've established a rapport by now.
I'll probably open the tavern for like an hour before I go to sleep. So I don't think the place is clocking off anytime soon until he goes to sleep.
As you walk over and lay a hand on his against him to try and calm him down, he scoops you up and like holds you against him, like gently pins you between his massive chest and his massive weapon arms, and continues to rock until the rocking slows down and stops.
Bravo! Bravo! Well done!
Yeah, we just had to use the shell that was here, 'cause otherwise it would have been probably about the same size as your place.
Okay, are any of you tinkerers yourselves?
Not particularly.
Oh, we've got a
Okay.
little shelf unit in the bedroom.
Well-
Well, I can't speak for the others.
Quite nice.
No, I'm not much of a tinkerer. I prefer simple.
Okay. Okay.
Wouldn't want to think. Wouldn't bother.
You look quick-fingered. Why don't you help me with this?
And he points to Kristen, who begrudgingly agrees to help. And the two of them, presumably with a little help from the strong ones to give them boosts up, because the construct is not laying down. And, of course, the access panel is... The easy access panel is now blocked with the arms and Frostwalker. So they're going to have to remove some paneling that wasn't meant to be removed from the construct's back and try to get to his heartstone that way. So, obviously, this is going to take a while.
Bring him back.
So let's scoot over to Sooty and sorry, not Sooty, to Mooney. And I believe unnamed Hortle is there too, if I remember correctly.
Indeedy.
Yeah. Where Mooney is pawing at the window of this toy shop, apparently very excited about a plushy owlbear.
I can help get it if you want.
Yeah, this is
Arr.
nice.
Frantic nodding.
You can talk, Mooney. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Or you're trying not to because you think it would freak out any local population that happened to be nearby.
yes.
Gotcha.
Rawr. He walks towards the door and tries to open the handle with his mouth.
I'll get the door. Give me a second. I imagine the door is at eye level.
The handle of the door is probably at your eye level. Yes, you can push it open. The half-elf behind the counter, with a very well-waxed handlebar mustache, he's a little short for a half-elf, actually, which makes you wonder if he's got a little gnome in his blood. But he goes,
Oh my, is that a bear?
Yes.
Would you mind leaving your pet outside? I'm sorry, but I just don't want to get. I just don't want to have to spend the rest of the day standing the shelving units back up again and repairing all the broken toys. I'm sure you understand.
Or you'll make them sad if you make them wait outside.
And
And
you'll
you
make
don't-
me
and you don't want-
you'll make me
you don't
sad
want
if
the
you
bear
break
being
everything in
sad.
my shop. So
Mooney will trot to the middle of the shop and sit down and make sure he's not touching anything.
oh my, what a very well-behaved bear.
Yeah.
Very well. As long as you stay sat there, I suppose we won't have a problem.
To jump in the bath, by any chance?
No.
Wags
What can
tiny
That's
tail.
usually what causes it and just makes everything.
what can I do for the two of you? Aren't you adorable?
And then we'd
Aw.
go to Mooney. Which one is it that you wanted?
Rawr. Points to the owl bear plushie in the window.
This
Okay.
hoot growl.
Rawr. Rawr.
Right.
Is Frostwalker suggesting that we actually turn Mooney into an owlbear?
Arno.
Uh,
No, Arno. Mayfield's fruit.
That would be cool. Okay. So, the half elf helps you. As clearly endearing as he finds Mooney, he is well aware that it's a bear, and takes a wide path around Mooney to the display window, and pulls the owlbear from display. You've got a very good eye for quality. These are made by one of the local residents, you know.
Oh.
Every single one of them is one of a kind. Sometimes they'll be the same pattern, but they'll use a different set of colors, or they'll alter the design slightly. Like I said, no two of them are alike.
This maker seems cool.
Oh yes, they are. They're delightful. So, I assume that you are quite happy with the price.
Wait, how much is it?
12 gold coins, if you please.
Mooney, what do you have that?
Mooney will pull out his coin purse and gently pop it in front of him.
I believe it only has 10 gold pieces in it, am I right?
I think it's got a bit more. Yeah, it's only got 10 in.
Strawberry jam with like a shot.
Oh.
And it would chip 2 gold in.
You have gold?
Yeah, I've got. I sold the tiara, and I got 50 from the shop. From the I got 50 from the delivery.
I need an updated character sheet that shows that then.
Okay.
So, but if you don't mind. So yeah, you between you scrape together 12 gold pieces, and the shopkeeper hands you the owlbear. What are you going to call it?
Yeah, probably sharp cheddar as well. It's probably close.
Rah.
Rah.
That's a good name.
No, it's
Rar.
not cheese.
Rah.
Very gently picks it up.
But they're so cute. It almost makes me think that you have an awakened plushie of unusual size, but I know that is a wild bear sitting in my shop. I wish I had some way to take a picture of this for posterity. Oh well, I will just have to rely on my memory. Is there anything else I can do for the two of you?
What's the name of the maker?
Oh, I can't. I'm sure you understand. I can't give out privileged information like that.
I want to give him more patronage. I want to give her more patronage.
That's understandable, and I would be delighted if you come back to my shop and buy more of her wares through me. I'm sure you understand.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything else?
Mooney makes a mental note to himself. Get good at performance. People love the cute bear.
Also, could I insight that? Him not wanting to...
Yeah, sure.
Give off the information.
Yes.
Not 20.
Holy shit. Okay.
Also, like the whole, like, just the weird. I guess they.
Okay, so on the surface level, like what's easy to read, what you would have picked up if you got a lower score, is that he's a shopkeeper, that he buys products and sells them on at a profit, and if you were to do a deal directly with his supplier, you'd be cutting him out of the loop and denying him his profit. However, with your 26, with your nat 20 roll, you detect that it's a lot more personal than that. That whoever this person is actually dear to him in some way, and he's trying to protect her. Possibly a younger member of his own family. Like a daughter, perhaps.
Okay. I thought I was going down a lot like creepier route.
You
there.
thought that was going to be darker, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought that was
No,
going to be a thing
it's
where, like,
just
they're actually making owl bears into.
no. It's just a nice shopkeeper trying to prevent his daughter from being visited by random creepos.
Understandable. Yeah. Well, have a great day.
And you, please come again.
Happy
We
chuffs
have-
and dropped out.
I
Sorry.
can't. Maria will be so delighted. He says, just out of like, as you're leaving, you just catch him say that.
Mm.
So yeah, do you want to try and catch up with the rest of the party?
That would probably be good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, where's everyone else gone?
Between your survival skills and Mooney's nose, it won't be too hard to find. The rest of your party only got as far as a local workshop where the door is still open and you can hear whacking and clanking going on, and you follow their scent and their trail straight in there, and you see strange little gnome inside a massive construct. Kristen is helping them to hold things together and hand them the right tools, and Frostwalker is being clutched in the arms of this of the massive construct that they are performing surgery on. And everyone else is just milling about, and presumably what would Violet and Volo say? Oh, and Leon. Violet, Volo, and Leon say as Mooney and Unnamed Hortle rejoin you.
Leon looks at the gnome, I believe he said. And just goes,
You mean Dimble Gimble?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, looks at Dimble Gimble. God,
You hate that name? It rolls off the tongue, don't you think? Dimble Gimble.
It's so dumb.
It's been a canonical character for many years. Anyway, go on.
Just looks at him and goes, "Alright, we held up our end of the bargain. How about you hold up yours?"
Oh, yeah, certainly. Just gotta finish up here.
Hello, Battlehouse. We've got somebody joining us in the YouTube chat.
Oh,
Woot woot.
woot woot. Hello there.
Yeah.
Woot and also woot.
Battlehouse says, "Can I join your campaign?" You can if you want to. Bear in mind that my campaigns are pay to play. They're fairly affordable. There is a link to the Patreon in the description if you want to peruse. And I run other games too. If you want to check out some of the other videos and see if there's one that you would prefer to join. Either
Join
way,
us, we have cookies.
either way, you're welcome to continue listening to this one. Okay. So where are we? So Unnamed Total is asking you how Mooney is holding the plush, Shan. And you've already said it. He has his jaws and a neck scarf bag thing. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's if I recall, it's made out of an old T-shirt that he kind of wraps around his neck and sort of altered slightly so it can sort of double as a little bag.
Very cool.
It's basically a collar T-shirt thing.
Right. Yes. Yeah, because you've got your clothes are a pair of pants tied around your waist like a sash, and a shirt tied around your neck like a small cape. Yeah. And yeah.
So stole a blanket to put on his back
true.
and make it look like a saddle to ride on.
North is offering Battle House a potato in the YouTube chat. I offer you a potato as a token of friendship. Love it. So, where are we? Oh, yes. So, Dimble Gimble shouts down to Leon.
You know, it'd go faster if you helped. More hands make light work, especially when it's as big as this.
Fine. And Leon will begin attempting to help, I guess.
Climbing up the construct to add
Sure.
your strength to the project. Or your
Sure.
probably your dexterity, actually. Yeah. Your nimbleness. Does anybody else want to help and speed up the process of swapping out this construct's heart for a much larger one? You can try. Are you going to put down the plushie?
He's going to put it in his neck scarf thing.
Okay. You actually do have a climb speed, so getting up the construct won't be too hard.
Yeah.
Whenever they need brute strength for something, like physically bending the housing supports for the larger heart, that would be your job.
Mooney push.
Would Volo be doing anything to help, even if it's just standing back and offering helpful suggestions in the form of bardic inspiration and the help action? Volo? Dan? Dan.
Yes. So I was having a coughing fit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would Volo be helping in his own way?
Helping with what exactly? Fixing the robot, which you will have no information on how to do?
You will have to take guidance from Dimble Gimble, of course. You will do what he asks you to do. But you could also, like I said, being what you are, just offer the help action and bardic inspiration on those who are actually... So.
I will offer the bardic inspiration as I decide to start going window shopping in here.
You're gonna look through the piles to see what you can find?
Yes.
Alright. Make an investigation check.
I believe that's +0. Let me double check.
It's +2.
No, it's +2. And I still have my advantage. 15.
Okay. So, in the first pile you come across, you discover a mechanical arm.
Hey, Leon, how would you like a new arm?
plenty right now.
Yes, but you could always do with one more.
Oh, that doesn't give you an additional arm. It replaces an arm that you've lost.
Oh, you heard the man, Leon. Time to remove an arm. Which one don't you want?
I have both my arms, and I'm keeping them. Buzz off.
I'm sure he doesn't mean any arm. Heh.
Oh, I like this one. I do so much.
Are you going to look in another pile?
Yeah.
Make another investigation check. You find a interesting gizmo that, I mean, to the untrained eye, it looks like a regular jewelry box with some gears glued to the outside, but surely this must be a powerful gadget of some kind.
I'm keeping you.
At this point, Unnamed would join the searching. Okay. Unnamed, go ahead and do me an investigation check.
Meanwhile, where are we at on fixing this thing?
It's just a matter of brute forcing it into the housing and reconnecting it.
Ouch.
You find somebody else has joined the voice chat. You're welcome to listen in. That's cool. You find what looks to be a lady's foot made of some soft, squishy material. It has an unusual slit in the sole that looks like another part of female anatomy that definitely wouldn't belong in the bottom of a foot.
What's this one, Mr.? You know what this one is? And he'd go to Vorlo.
You're gonna carry it to Vorlo?
Yeah.
It's
I found this funky thing.
It's a sexual relief item.
It's a foot.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you found Letitia. Put that back, please. Put that back. Pretend you didn't see it.
It's hard to pretend.
Put the foot back where you found it.
I go up and touch it.
How old are you?
14. I'm the Battle House. I'm the person in the stream.
The person in the stream?
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a YouTube live?
Oh, cool. Yeah, that the Battle House. Okay. Well, I hope your parents are okay with you watching this.
Don't worry, my parents are totally okay with me saying cuss words. So,
Okay.
and also I already know what sex is.
All right. You would have to be 18 to join a campaign, though. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Anyway.
So I can join.
No, sorry. I mean, I very much doubt if your parents knew the content of this stuff that they would pay for your subscription.
My parents know the Oh.
But anyway, let's continue playing.
Hold up, my parents know what D&D is, if that's what you're talking about.
This has mature content within it.
Yeah, there's some grim stuff goes on in these games that it's intended for an adult audience. Sorry.
Oh, my father abused me, so I don't really care.
That's information that we don't want to hear about.
Indeed.
You don't share that.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
That a yes?
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyway, put the foot back.
Okay.
What happened there?
Yeah.
Did somebody else drop?
We lost the bear.
Oh.
You lost the bear.
Let me check. Yay, you're back. Okay. Sorry?
Sorry.
No worries. I was just worried because you left right after we kicked the kid out. Anyway,
We didn't kick him. He left of his own
That's kinda why
accord.
I bounced. Not that you kicked the kid out, but that was a bit of a nerve-wracking situation.
yes, it was. Okay, so, awkward. Anyway, so where are we? Oh yes, so unnamed total and Volo are looking through Dimble Gimble's junk.
Okay, I'll put the foot back.
Thank you. I figure out how to open this, and I'm going to offer him the item I found.
Ooh. Let me see it.
How many, sorry?
What do you want to... So you look at this box that's covered in glued-on cogs. And do you want... make an investigation check.
Can you reach your hand out to me?
Not that it's got -2. Ouch.
Okay. Clearly this is some sort of puzzle box. There's got to be some sort of clever... What?
If you reach your hand
Would
out.
I be able to roll with help? Would Volo be helping out with the looking?
Would Volo be helping him to figure out how this box works?
No, I've gave it to him so he can put the foot back.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
He was just gonna put the foot back, you know.
I've done what you do with children. I've gave you a toy to play with.
So to distract him with, so you can, yeah. So what are you gonna? So Volo is gonna walk away with the foot, and and go between the, yeah. Unnamed total. Yeah. Clearly, this is some sort of elaborate puzzle box. There must be some trick to unlocking it. That.
Brute force is the best trick to unlock things.
Are you going to just crush it?
Yeah, I've got a club for a reason.
Oh, you're gonna put it on the ground and hit it with your club? All right.
Would I be seeing this as I'm returning?
That was quick. I thought you'd be spending more time with Letitia. Oh.
No, I'm putting the foot back where it came from.
Okay.
I have no intention of using it.
You at least kiss the big toe before you put it back.
No, that's not his thing. The werewolves are closer up his street than the foot is.
Speaking of brute force, Leon is going to attempt to brute force the new power core thing in.
He's getting impatient, huh? Alright.
Indeed.
Go ahead and roll athletics. And you will have help because there is a bear and probably a barbarian in there helping you too.
So advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, they did put up that they were around.
Wow.
Careful, you don't want to crack it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you really don't want to crack it.
Or what?
There's a large piece of material in there known as life glass that contains the energy necessary to power the machine. And at the moment, it's completely safe to handle because it's surrounded in a lead iron covering. But, yeah, if that were to crack, we'd have a problem.
Alright, fine.
Can you check on Toby?
No, take it. Take long as you need. I'll be in those shelves for a bit, so.
Okay. Is anybody doing any more searching?
I will continue to search.
Tried to hit the box.
Yes, go ahead and smash the box. I'll try to.
That was. I got an 11 on it.
Yeah, that did successfully smash the box to splinters.
Where is he?
Why have you smashed the box?
It was a puzzle, and the best way to solve puzzles is brute force. So,
I feel you need to be taught common sense. I was informed your lizard had a headband of intellect before he got melted.
Suddenly, Dimble Gimble screams and abandons the project, and goes rappelling down the side of the construct and runs over to the splinters of the box.
No! What did you do? What did you do?
it was a puzzle. I solved it.
I asked him to hold it. Next thing I saw, he did this when I returned the foot.
You asked me to solve it.
My daughter made this for me before I left Sprockerton. It's the only thing I had left of her.
Oh.
One moment. I may be able to help. I'm going to cast Mending.
Okay. It's gonna take a few castings of it because it's in bits.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, those of you who are inside the construct and have been abandoned without your supervisor, you can the new Heartstone. It's pretty big. Is lined up for the new housing, which you've been helping him to adjust to fit. You can see that there are various connections and stuff around the housing. Are you going to attempt to finish the installation without Dimble Gimble's supervision?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to make an Arcana check.
Oh, this is going to be lovely. We have a +0, just so everyone knows.
He leaked.
Yes,
on the bed.
+0.
So I've taken the cover of the sheet off. It's gone through a little bit on the electric blanket. So I'm just going to leave it off to be...
Tell bit dry out.
Dry out.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just,
Arcana check, which he is going to fail. Not one. Yeah. Well predicted. Okay. So... this is what happens. You try to get it to click in place, just one last shove, and it goes in at an angle, slips, tumbles out of the housing, rolls out of the body cavity, and slams into the ground at the construct's feet.
Oops. Leon will go scrambling after it.
No, don't get close, it might be fractured.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus.
Can you fix? How are you going to try and fix it, Mooney? What do you have in mind?
What? Can you describe what it looks like to me? Or what it did look like?
So, it's essentially a large metallic orb with little indentations in it that line up with the housing, so that when it's put into place, it clicks in there and holds it in place. But now there's well, you're still up in the... You're about 15 feet up in the body of this construct. Well, 10, because it's crouched. Well, this Heartstone is now on the ground. And there's a strange distortion in the air on one side.
So the Heartstone, I'm guessing it's made of life glass.
Yeah, he did mention that there's life glass inside it. And that
Right.
to be careful with it because you don't want to crack it.
Mooney's got an idea. Mooney is going to climb down, avoiding the life glass, and try and grab either bits of rubble or dirt or stone, bring it inside and try and put it on top of it.
So your plan is to bury the life glass, the fractured Heartstone in dirt?
I'm out of character. I'm trying to do that thing and hope it absorbs the elements enough that it doesn't absorb the life stuff around it.
Gnome, if I cast mending on that thing they've broke, will that work?
It depends
On
whether or not the life glass inside would just absorb the magic of your spell.
then I think it's best I try at least.
Okay.
Last thing we want is an explosion and everyone to die.
As Mooney begins scooping dust, dirt, and iron filings into the towards the fissure, you place your hand either side of the crack and try to do mending.
Yes.
You can see a purple glow inside the crack as you place your hands either side in preparation to cast mending. Could you please make a Constitution saving throw?
I'm gonna go with a no, but
Oh boy.
You got this.
I got +2. That's a decent chance, and I can't give myself freaking inspiration. So 13.
Does me putting the rubble on offer any advantage whatsoever?
I mean, it is absorbing some of the elemental energies also. Volo, you feel 5 points of your life drain away from you into the crystal.
But is it mending?
Yes. You see the crack is slowly healing, much slower than normally would.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
Another con save, please.
Have I caused the least issues? There
we go. You managed to control the flow of energy so that it goes into the metallic wound rather than into the crystal, and the crack seals up.
I'm gonna take it back to them. Now, you fucking morons. So far, I have defused a literal bomb that's being eaten, and now I'm fixing the turtles problem. Can I leave you alone for 5 minutes? Or do I need to find your mothers?
It's my fault. I should never have left. I should never have left anyone else in charge. I should have been in there. would you help me get it back up and back into place, please?
Of course. Total, I require your upper body strength.
Okay.
Now do what the gnome tells you. Okay?
What you told me. You told me to open the box.
Not destroy it.
It was a puzzle. And I opened it, did I not?
Technically.
Well, we'll deal with that. I can probably put it back together. It's just, it meant something to me. It was just a box with some cogs glued on the outside. It's silly.
I will
really.
continue repairing it.
But I need you to help me with this, because
we're on that.
You seem competent.
Very well. Total, come, bring the giant block of death. Be gentle.
I'll need more than just me to lift it.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, I shall help.
You're pretty strong, unnamed. You're fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. I'll. Never mind. I can do it.
Yeah. So anyway, after much struggling and teamwork, you get the new improved Hearthstone back into place, locking it into place within the clamps. He connects a few cables, and you can hear the machine beginning to power up again.
All right, everybody out.
Our payment.
Yeah, I'll deal with that when you're outside of the butt, unless you want me to seal you inside.
Everyone, please wait by the doorway.
Listen to him.
I will negotiate with the gnome. And I will wait for everyone to get out the giant killer robot.
And then you'd just leave.
Leon walks off.
Walks off
I
entirely?
apologize for them.
No, to like the door.
Okay.
I will give the gnome a hand out the killing machine, and I will make my way to the door as well.
The machine seems to relax slightly, even as Dimble Gimble is closing the access panel on its back again. And with a deep, almost melancholy voice, it says, "Where am I?" It gently lowers Frostwalker to the ground and says, "How did this happen?" Looking at its metallic arms and weapon hands with confusion.
Did you plan for it to become self-aware, sir?
Well, there may have been some energy in that particular life glass that came from something else.
Yeah. You've now got my full attention. He's just staring you down. Explain now.
Don't think we have time for that. I think we need to deal with this problem.
Frost,
Make
time for your... Frost, it is time for peace negotiations. And you will explain now.
What did Leon say?
He said, "Make time."
Okay.
Intimidation.
Go on then, roll it.
I will assist him in this.
Okay.
Because if we've got a self-aware killing machine, it's a bit concerning.
19.
Okay. I used to have an assistant. He was very good, but he got a little cocky and he died. Well, suffered from lethal injuries, but I wasn't ready to give him up just yet, so instead of letting his soul go to Kellamvor and wherever the fuck he would go from there, I sort of trapped him in the life glass.
Single mom with a 2 and a 5-year-old, and we live in an RV full-time.
Sean?
She's listening to the news.
Is it news?
Going.
Or is it a TikTok?
It's there. It's there. TikTok.
Yeah, I thought so.
There.
Was the news.
Me hugs.
Hugs.
And that I'm just going to stare this gnome down from that information. You have trapped an innocent soul.
He was gonna
inside,
die.
Then use necromancy or resurrection.
Necromancy's worse.
No, because he has the option to come back.
No.
You have
Necromancy
removed
is
that
where you
option
draw
from him.
energy from the plane of death and put it in a dead body.
At that, I gesture to the giant killer robot.
This isn't energy.
Leon.
This isn't necrotic energy. That's not a spirit of death incarnate that's occupying that thing. That's Brian. Hey, Brian.
Hello, Dimble.
You named him Brian?
No, that was the name of my assistant. Brian.
I'm sorry. Him naming him Brian is the bit where you are morally compared.
Look, I don't pretend to understand any of this bullshit, and it is all bullshit. I am just in it for your part of the bargain, which you are going to uphold.
Yeah, sure. Hold on, Brian. I need to find these guys some, of the prototypes.
Oh, you sure that's...
Prototypes?
Yeah, one-of-a-kind artisanal weapons. Nothing else like them on Earth.
Brian, may I please ask for your employee contract, please?
Employee contract?
Yes, I'm pretty sure bringing people back from the dead is against all the laws.
I want to work with Dimble or Gimble.
Well, if it is what you wish,
learn his craft. Toby, knock it off.
then how are you going to learn his craft when he's put you in a war machine?
I don't know. Perhaps he can give me better hands.
Yeah, I can give you different hands. That's fine. But
Very well. If Brian, the giant killer robot, is fine with this, I will not put up any more of a fight or an argument against it.
Brian, can you help me find the Super Soaker?
Yeah,
The what?
hold on. And, Brian the giant construct begins rummaging through the piles of stuff and says, "Here it is." And again scoops up something that looks like a pair of water tanks that you would wear as a backpack and a there's a hose that goes from these backpacks to some sort of triggered nozzle device.
Now, this isn't inherently magical, but you can put whatever liquid you want in the backpacks. You can even put a different liquid in each one. Personally, I'm a big fan of mixing two chemicals that become flammable when they're mixed.
I have an idea with this. Tell me, do you know anywhere in town that sells alchemy jugs?
No. But if you head over to Port Alwyn, I believe there's a chap called Braziel that sells all kinds of interesting items.
I have an idea. and I'm pretty sure I'm about to become a war criminal with this.
You're gonna make napalm,
It
aren't
was
you?
only a matter of time.
Yes.
Um.
And he beat me to it.
So, he rummages around and finds 6 other strange artifacts. So in addition to the mechanical arm you'd already found, and the device he called the Super Soaker, there's also something that something with metallic tubing on it that's attached to a handle and a strange mechanism that sits between the handle and the tube. There's a strange metal wand with shiny prongs on one end of it. And there's a few other bits and pieces that he pulls out and tells you all to have a look at what's available and take your pick. I'll be right back because Toby is winding his face off and I think he needs to go out and pee. I'll be right back. Come on, bud.
How am I the most well-behaved member of the party now by making the yes man?
Because you're a yes man.
I don't like being well-behaved.
Leon is well behaved. He's just a little clumsy
That's fair enough.
and extremely paranoid.
Yes. Granted, your paranoia was somewhat given with the werewolves. Upside is,
That's how unnamed will solve any puzzle.
so I'm gonna ask this: who has the headband of intellect? Who actually has it?
The person that won, I think, was. It was Mooney.
Mooney, do you actually need the headband?
Didn't Amanda win it?
Oh no, it was either you or Amanda.
No, you won it, Mooney. I remember you put it on your head like a little tiara.
I'm pretty sure it was Amanda. I got the axe.
Amanda, did you get the headband? Because I feel like our turtle needs it.
I want him to be dumb. I don't want him to be found. Unnamed will remain unable to read.
That was a lot of piss for such a little dog. Anyway.
How much piss was it? Was it 90% piss? 10% dog? Does your dog look less inflated now?
He's certainly a lot less uncomfortable now. Anyway, yes. So, amongst other bits and pieces in the collection is a strange orb. A suit of armor that has like mechanical bits attached to it. Yeah. Does anything look appealing to any of you?
What do they look like? Exactly. Like,
to your
from the looks of it,
to your characters or out of character?
Out of character.
Okay. Well, the thing that was a tube attached to a handle with some sort of mechanism between us is a fucking pistol.
I'll take the gun.
If only Jojo managed to not get
survive.
by the dragon.
Oh, poor Jojo, rest in peace.
The wand with The one with a couple of prongs on the end of it is basically a cattle prod.
I'm not dead, you fuckers!
There's also the piston-powered armor.
So we've got an exosuit.
Yeah. The first thing you found was literally a magical prosthetic arm that you should be doing like Arcana checks for all what am I doing? Identify spells for all of this, but whatever.
Does anyone have identify? No, because the person that did is dead.
Yes. The orb is just a polished sphere of shiny metal and stone.
The armor.
I'll take the gun. I actually do need a ranged option in case I run out of spells, and Eldritch Blast can only go so far.
Okay.
It can go quite far. 120 feet.
Yes, it can go 120 feet.
Okay, let me rephrase that before I get bored of only using Eldritch Blast.
Why would you ever get bored of Eldritch Blast? You can make it do so many things with the Eldritch Invocations.
Shut up. Hey, give me my gun.
You're gonna get a gun. You got a gun. It's fine. It's a gun.
What kind?
It's a pistol. However, Dimble's going to point out that he can produce various magically infused bullets for you to fire out of it.
Yes. Produce me all of them.
All of them?
Yes.
I'm getting... so everything I can make, you want?
Yes.
It's a little... well, I suppose. Alright. Give me time.
I'm literally saying this, Andy, because I doubt we're coming back here from the history we have in place. The third time we were kicked out of, the second town that we went to, were technically not welcome there anymore. I'm stockpiling because it's probably the last time I'm going to get ammo.
Yeah. So you're instantly trying to sidestep the one method I would have of trying to keep your power in check. Okay.
No, my power in check until I get firearm specialist or the gunner feat. I can't use this thing safely, so I still need to learn how to use it.
Yeah. You can still use it, it's just without proficiency right now.
Yeah.
The power armor comes with a control amulet that would technically allow you to have the thing act as a separate mechanical bodyguard, or you can wear it. And yeah, what else did I say? There was also a request for a magical axe at one point, I believe.
I think there was.
Sorry?
Yeah, I think there was.
Alright.
Not sure if you said it, though.
Yeah.
I asked how the armor worked, that was it.
I mean, earlier, like before the you started tinkering with the Big Mac and made Brian. By the way, Frostwalker, you realize with some small amount of horror that the construct was right. Him powering down was the end of him. Brian is a completely different thing. Now, arguably Brian is better, but still.
Well, there goes my buddy. In some way alive again.
If you want, you can try to convince Dimble Gimble to give you the smaller heartstone he removed. Maybe your buddy's still in it.
He's gone down the road now.
I'll try calling out to him like I did before to see if he responds.
Well, he can't. It's a stone. I mean, unless you want to attune to it and try to commune with it magically. At the moment, it's just a piece of life glass surrounded in iron and lead to stop it from leaking.
Well, that just makes me sad.
That's why I'm saying, if you want, you can ask Dimple Gimble for your buddies, for the old Heartstone.
Yeah, I will.
Sure, I don't need that piece of junk. Go for it. That'll be your magic item, though. Okay?
Fine, it's his soul as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Machine spirit, more like, but yeah.
How do we put him in a Warforged or a Steel Defender? Mooney wants something.
Hey, you were pretty helpful in there, Ms. Bear. Do you want me to upgrade that little owlbear plushie for you?
Nods. Ooh. I have an idea.
Oh yeah, what's your idea?
Would it be possible to put the Heartstone in the owlbear somehow and make it like...
You want to trap the... you want him to be stuck in the body of a cuddly toy.
Well, he said he was going to upgrade it, so I don't know how he's going to upgrade it, but I feel bad for the poor robot thing.
Well, that's... I mean, if you do that, that's gonna basically... You'd be giving up your owlbear. You realize that, right?
Mooney understands, but at the same time, he doesn't know this robot at all, but it would make Frostwalker happy. He hopes.
Frostwalker, if Mooney suggests this to you, would you go for it? Or would you try and find another solution for your buddy?
Sorry, I didn't catch what she said.
She wants to put the smaller... She wants to take your smaller Heartstone and put it into the owlbear plushie. Presumably as well as with some additional mechanical additions to basically bring your buddy to life in the body of the owlbear plushie.
Well, I was more thinking of finding a skilled artificer who could...
That would probably be better, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The Heartstone into a sword. Or an axe.
Interesting.
Okay, I'll just take the enhancements to the plushie without putting the Heartstone in. Out of character, I know at least one really good artificer that could maybe help with that, but in character, no idea.
Yeah. So, your owlbear gets tinkered with a little bit, and when it comes back, it's going to give you... It's basically an arcane focus that allows you to concentrate on a second spell, even when you're wild-shaped.
So I can concentrate or cast spells whilst wild shape?
So basically, if yes, you can cast a spell, a concentration spell, while you're in wild shape, and the owlbear plushie will concentrate on it for you, so you can focus on staying wild shaped. Does that make sense?
Oh, that sounds good. So it's kind of like a thing of spell storing that I can use a wild shape.
Kinda, but it's literally a second source of concentration. So if you're not wild shape, you can cast one concentration spell and have the owlbear concentrate on it while you cast another.
Okay, how am I going to type this down?
So just call it the owlbear plushie of concentration, or owlbear plushie of focus. Focus bear. Focus plushie. I know you don't have a lot of spells at the moment, but it'll come in handy.
That will still come in handy for, like, healing spirit.
The anti-ADHD bear. Okay. Last but not least, Brian helps uncover a large warhammer. I mean, it looks way too big for even a medium creature to be able to lift, but Dimble Gimble can actually pick it up and heft it easily. And he explains that it's made of mithril, so it can still be swung. It's a strong metal, and it does the same amount of damage as a large warhammer would do, but it's light enough to be wielded by a medium-sized creature.
I'll take that. So what does that count as?
A large warhammer. So instead of it doing, I believe it's a D8 one-handed and a D10 two-handed, it does 2D8 one-handed and 2D10 two-handed. And of course, it's an anime freaking warhammer. It's bigger than you.
Nice.
So, did everybody pick an item?
I took the gun.
You took the gun, and he's going to give you some elemental bullets. So, a pouch each of 10 fire bullets, 10 frost bullets, 10 lightning bullets, 10 poison bullets, 10 acid bullets. Okay?
Time to go to my notes to note this down. Other.
And did anybody take the powered armor?
I don't think so.
Did anybody take the magic arm?
Don't think so. I know that Unnamed didn't go for anything because I don't imagine that the shopman would be too friendly with him.
The shopman?
No, not shopman, the Mr. Gimble.
Dimble Gimble. The deal was that you, in exchange for helping him shut down his Titan, you each got a magic item. Negotiated skillfully by Volo. I mean, if you want to turn down your reward, by all means, but...
unnamed would cheapishly go on. Would it be all right if I took one, even though I broke your item?
Oh, the box. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah. Now you're a turtle, aren't you?
Yeah. What gave it away?
The shell. So you're pretty tough, aren't you?
I like to think so.
So you don't need to be better at taking damage. You seem to be pretty strong as well.
Yeah.
How are your cognitive skills?
Not the best.
Well, that was a trick question. People who are dumb don't understand what cognitive means. So, you're smarter than you think you are.
The church used fancy words.
Okay. Would you like your brain power to have a little bit of a boost?
Out of character, would that make him smarter?
Yes.
Like, more intelligent?
Yes.
I
believe you've already rejected one headband of intellect, though, right?
He has.
So you're going to turn it down again?
What would that mean?
That means you'd be smart enough to build machines like I can.
That. I don't think I could keep up with that, sorry.
Not at the moment, but if you had this
you'll see
patented...
him kind of like, even thinking about that, just his brain would kind of like fry.
Okay, if you're sure.
We did actually have in a previous game, because obviously increasing your intelligence also increases your history skill.
Yeah.
So he ended up calling it the Tiara of Depression, because every time he put on his headband of intellect, he could clearly remember every dumb thing he'd ever done.
Oh, dick.
But when he didn't wear it, he couldn't, so he was happier without it.
What would you like instead?
Could I have a weapon?
I notice you like your club.
I do like my club, and that's the only thing I would swap. If you ever try and push my warhammer, I will.
That's fine.
And he'd smile a bit when he says that.
Yeah, that's...
implying death.
Wait, can I take a look at your great club a moment?
Okay.
He does some tinkering and cutting into the wood and installs some metallic studding and some ridges and puts something inside it. And when he hands it back to you, it hums.
Now it's called the Club of Cracking.
Oh, that's pretty cool, that.
You can... it's magical damage, magical bludgeoning damage. In fact, it's force damage instead of bludgeoning. And you can crit on a 19, and it counts as a siege weapon if you're hitting an object or a building. So double the damage.
That sounds lovely, that.
Club of Cracking. Anybody else? Violet, did you take anything? No. What would be best suitable for a barbarian? Well, do you want him to upgrade your great axe so that it's magical, or do you want something that amplifies your breath weapon or something?
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, if no one's claiming the other items, I will pick them up anyway, so we could discuss this at a later date. Just so that people aren't losing stuff.
He only offered you one item each. If you take more than one item each, you're being greedy.
I'm sorry. Fortunately, they can't seem to make up their minds. Would we be able to just take the selection? There's 6 there. There's 6 of us. Would that be acceptable for you?
We're almost done. It's fine. Now, now you're a amethyst gem dragon, barbarian. Okay. He upgrades your great axe to be able to go ethereal. It basically does double damage against spiritual entities and anything else that can slip into the. Normally, when a creature goes ethereal, they cannot be attacked. Your magic great axe, this ethereal axe, will be able to hit stuff even if it's in the ethereal plane. So, if a succubus tries to get away from you or a ghost slips into the ethereal plane, you can still hit it and it will do extra damage while they're ethereal. So, double. Sound fun? Sounds very fun. The downside / upside of it is that you can now attack your own ancestral protectors. The ancestral guardians are not safe from you anymore. Did everybody get something now?
I think so.
Yeah. I want hugs. You also get a hug. The only one who hasn't really. Let's give Christian Greendoor the cattle prod. I want my, but I got my item, so that's stealing. Yes, you've got your orb of friend. That seriously, if you spend time to attune to it, you'll be able to communicate with him. Do that on your next rest. Speaking of which, it's been a long day. Very soon it will be hammer time, yes. Do you want to go, do you guys want to find somewhere where you can long rest?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's been all quite.
Yes.
We've done quite a lot today. We should probably go to rest somewhere.
Okay. Dimble tells you about a couple places in town that offer beds. He mentions that in the middle of town there is a bunkhouse called Hobbs. It's basically a communal room / bar downstairs and a room full of beds upstairs. Just a big room that's wall-to-wall beds. There's also the Bountiful Chest, but they tend to charge for their rooms by the hour rather than by the night. And then...
Wow.
Sorry?
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, if... Yes, an hotel motel. Well, it's a full-on friggin' brothel, actually. There's also, if you have any links to the Thieves Guild, then you might want to try your luck in the poor quarter of town, an old, run-down tavern called the Cut Purse. Which of those three options do you want to go for?
I choose option number 1.
Hobbs Bunkhouse?
Yeah. Yeah, Hobbs Bunkhouse.
We probably shouldn't go with 3. I have a feeling that some of the folks there might not be happy with my presence.
You need to buy them better presents then, don't you?
What have you done? What would you have done to piss them off so bad?
Well, in their journeys through the forest, I may have stopped a few of them in the midst of doing bandit things.
He didn't do that good of a job at stopping them.
Anyway, Kristen does offer to get you into the Cut Purse if that's where you want to go, because he knows people.
Yeah, we should go elsewhere.
Okay, to Hobbs Bunkhouse it is. So as you head into the town square, you see even this late in the evening, it's fairly busy. You can see a preacher proselytizing about being charitable and giving, that the gods look kindly upon those who give to the poor and needy, and then he's collecting for the homeless. And there's a drunken satyr trying to pluck away on his lyre in a way that's musically pleasing and failing miserably. There's a few different shops around the square, and of course and there's the statue in the middle to the 5 great heroes. And at one end of the square is Hobbs Bunkhouse, and at the other end is the guardhouse. And right next to the guardhouse is, of course, the forge you were looking for earlier. What do?
What is that? Like from Gemini?
Tempted, but going to continue to the bunkhouse.
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 So, as you enter the bunkhouse, a friendly-looking hobgoblin steps out from behind the bar and says, "Welcome, friends, to Hobbs Bunkhouse. I'm your friendly host, Hob. Not my original name, but nickname stick, you know. Are you looking for just a drink and a meal, or are you looking to bunk down in Hobbs Bunkhouse for the night?"
We need a place for the night.
I will sort out the payment arrangements if you all wish to call it a night.
It's very reasonable. It's 1 silver per head for the night. Is your bear well behaved?
It's horrific.
It's bearific.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Thank you.
You look like adventurers. Am I right? This is our druid friend that's stuck in bear form. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I hope you get your curse lifted someday, friend.
You still enjoying it, or are you getting overwhelmed by the paperwork?
If you're ready to go turn in, hand me a silver each, and you can head up the stairs to Bedfordshire right away.
I don't have any silver. Will gold coin do?
A gold coin would be 10 silvers, my friend.
I can pay for everyone.
Excellent. Now, do you want me to keep the 3 left over for meals and drinks, or would you like change?
Yeah, let's keep it for meals and drinks, please.
Pleasure doing business with you. I'll take that.
It's a pleasure.
Just head upstairs, fall into a bed. Here, take 2 gold and it'll cover any incidentals like meals or damages. Well, I hope there aren't any damages, but I'll hold you to that, and you'll get the 2 gold back when there aren't any, okay?
Why do you... Why? Just why?
Keep it as a tip. Well, that's mighty generous of you. Say, you wouldn't be looking for work in the area, would you?
Pete?
Uh,
As in Frank Cumberland, Pete?
depends
What
on
you
the
have
work.
in mind.
Well, as you may have spotted, I'm a hobgoblin.
Yes, you play Frank Cumberland.
And I, much to my shame, left my clan because I wasn't comfortable with what they were doing. Namely, capturing young, impressionable people wandering around to the south of Brench and imprisoning them and selling them on to the highest bidder. I thought it was distasteful, so I left and came here and set up my life here. But I hear tell that my clan's back in the neighborhood, back up to its old tricks. And I was hoping that you would, or somebody like yourselves, would head on down there and put a stop to their shenanigans. Would that be you?
Your clan?
My former clan. I left.
And they are...
Hobgoblins.
Uh-huh.
Like myself. Family, if you must know. But like I said, I left.
I don't suspect they'll be meeting us with tea and cookies.
No, probably not. And Kinslayer is just a bit strong. Obviously I can't face up to having to stop them myself, and I hope you can find a way to stop them that doesn't result in them all dying. But perhaps you could try diplomacy first, talking them out of their wicked ways. You seem to be the kind that would be able to do that.
If it comes to violence, then we need to know that you're okay with what would happen. Because if they become violent, we'll have no choice.
I trust that if you do the job well, there won't be any need for that. But either way, much as it pains me, I'd much rather the young people of Branch were safe. So do whatever you have to do. If he wasn't a hobgoblin too, I'd laugh in his face at the idea of them changing their ways, yeah. But anyway, you can sleep on it, think about it, and if you decide you want to take the job, then I'll let you know the last known location of their camp in the morning. Sound fair?
Fair enough.
All right. You all have a good night now.
And with that, I'll go to bed.
Yeah. So you all head upstairs, find an empty bunk to fall into, and get all your hit points and spell slots back. Hit slots and spell points. Hit points and spell slots back, and any other effects that would be reset on a long rest. Now, you managed to completely avoid a fight with a massive construct, as well as negotiate your way out of potential conflict with 3 werewolves. I think that deserves a level up, don't you?
Yeah.
Everyone get to level 5.
Good news, everyone.
Got it.
And yeah, so send me your level 5 character sheets before the next time we play. You guys listening at home, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this and perhaps enjoyed it so much that you want to join us. There are a couple of slots open in the game, but what we really need are people who love what we do so much that they're willing to support us putting out more content. In which case, go to Patreon and become a emotional support goblin. We'd also appreciate your help fundraising for a lovely charity, very helpful charity called Mind, and there's a link to them in the description below. Also, if you can't afford to do both, I'd rather you go where the money went to charity. If you can't help us financially at all, then share the videos, share the links, start spreading the news, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And in the meantime, no matter what role you play, have a good game.
Have a good game.
Potato.
Potato.
Potato.